What is up, my friends? Hope everybody is having a wonderful weekend. We are here. It's this beautiful Sunday afternoon or evening or morning, I guess, wherever you are in the world. Bringing you a little Week 7 action from the Tier 4 division. We've got Eclipse taking on Event Horizon. This one's going to be good, Billy. This is going to be good. A lot of names on these rosters I recognize from our previous tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're looking at Alucard on the side of Event Horizon. Saw them from UDG Gaming at one point. I think they were on another team at some other point during MTT 7. But of course, we see a couple of very, very familiar faces to us, especially in Zen and Nick. Coming from Danny DeFito, Doritos return to competition in MTT 8, and we are happy to see them. I didn't even know they were on this team, to be fair. So I was extremely... Yeah, a couple chips, not the whole bag, but a couple of chips. Yeah. I mean, you mentioned that this is going to be a great matchup. Absolutely. Yeah. Event Horizon coming in undefeated on the season, only having dropped 3 maps across all 6 of those wins. So they are on a tear through Division B of Tier 4 NA. Not to be outdone, though. Eclipse is sitting in the number 3 position on 5-1 with a plus 11 map differential, so no slackers there. They're also coming in on the backs of at least 2 straight 3-0 sweeps coming into this match, so they're barreling forward with a full head of steam. So as you said, this is going to be the match of the week. I think this is going to be something very special here. Looking at both the rosters, talking to both the captains today, they both said it was an incredible game, so I can't wait to get into this, but we got to get our map pool out there first.
True. We got to figure out what's the stakes, what's the setting here for this match today. And, well, Week 7, we start off with Oasis for our opening control map. We're going to go to Numbani for hybrid, Tipple of Anubis for assault, and Rialto for your escort map today, and then round it out with Busan, that elusive tiebreaker map 5, if necessary, which, fingers crossed. I'm hoping, Billy. I'm hoping.
Me too. And talking about the stakes coming into this game, I mean, as I said, Event Horizon undefeated so far. I mean, they're looking to really stamp their seal into that playoffs position. Week 7, I mean, we're in the final third of the season. Everything matters right now. Map point differential counts as well. Eclipse wants to get themselves above that, above that chop line of the number 4 seed. So a win here would catapult them up. I'm not sure if it would put them into first place or not. It just depends upon what map points happen and, the report of the other game once it comes in. So there is definitely there could be a shifting of the guard here in B division here in Tier 4. I mean, if Eclipse wins, and I was looking at the standings, I think they would go into a tie with the team that is in second place right now. And I'm going to go ahead and take a look at who that is. And I had it up and then I took it down. I'm just like, dude, that is a total chefirism right there.
By my math, a 3-1 win would put Eclipse above Event Horizon, but a 3-2 win would not. So it kind of depends on how things shake out. Of course, Event Horizons just want to keep further widening that gap, moving to 7-0, putting Eclipse at 5-2 would pretty much cement them in first place as we are getting into the back third of this season. A big matchup here at Tier 4. 2 high-caliber teams. I'm anxious to get into it. Very much potential to be a prediction or a preview of what we might see come postseason. So, without further delay, let's start things off with a little Oasis.
Let us go to Egypt. I like Egypt very much, especially this map. I think, if we start in Gardens, as I'm not going to get Gardens, we're going to get City Center first. This is going to be all about who gets high ground first, Bullskunk. And man, I mean, it's nice to see our friends back playing once again. Zen bringing out a tracer that we have seen him play before. So I am very interested to see that. Alucard was really known for a Reaper back when the Rushdown comp was really supreme. But now we see him bringing out the Cowboy, and that might be really privy to what they want to do. They want to control the high ground. They want to get that shield pressure as well.
Well, it looks like Event Horizon, you're just going to go up to main to start things off. You do have Nuke on the tracer, kind of working the flank right now. Just marking it over there. He's going to take a little bit of damage. Back off, grab the mini. It's going to open up some space for Eclipse to move up to that center pillar, but Spider goes down immediately. Nice flashbang. Ooh, the res gets denied as BXB is taken down in the last possible second. Making it a +2 for Event Horizon as opposed to the odds even in back up. And with that kill onto the Diva, Event Horizon should get first control started force direct.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Event Horizon right now, bringing out the Ryan Zarya. So the brawl ability right now for them is going to be what I think is going to make this first matchup in their favor. You can run a ball, but I mean, is the disruption really going to be there? I mean, you got two disruptors in the Tracer and the Wrecking Ball. Also, you can speed in with Jet Set Ewok. So we'll see if they have enough speed and mobility to get onto the top of the team.
Rolling back in. Scatter is about 71% to mines. Could be the ticket for Eclipse to get back into this fight. Space control. Digital Arcadia picks up one, but Alucard enters back. 5v5 here on the objective. Alucard picks up yet another before Spider eventually takes them down. Stops their reign of terror on the McCrory. This has been an absolute back and forth. It's +1 to Eclipse, as Spider's going to go ahead and drop the duplicate onto the Zarya. Little help from Scatter Genji. They will find that pick, burn down Spectrum, and Eclipse will flip this thing up, or it's just a matter of how much stall. That's, well, minimal stall. 54% on the board for Event Horizon.
Yeah, it kind of negated the value of that duplicate as well. So, I mean, I see why they did it. They were able to burn down a couple of players from Event Horizon. So you did see a little bit of value coming out of it, but coming up on to the next fight, I mean, you've got Deadeye, you've got Soundberry that you could go in on tempo, or you could try to put that Deadeye through the amplification matrix of Aquatic.
The Shatter coming through, finding a pair. Zen drops the pulse bomb, denying a lot of value. And the Soundbarrier comes out from Jetset to help protect against it. Follows it up with a great kill onto Aquatic as well. Alucard taken out of that Deadeye, and Eclipse are going to hang on and continue to rack up percentage.
Yeah, and now that speed is really starting to show its ugly face to Event Horizon, and we see Spider really starting to find their range on this Echo. Almost 60% to another duplicate. Great value being shown out of that. I still think that this window could be really beneficial to them if they can get into a good position and deploy it where they have a maximum field of view.
Well, the only problem with that is, well, Eclipse are a highly mobile composition. They are all over the place. You can easily LOS in that window, self-destruct into the back, onto the far less mobile Brawl comp, picking up a kill, but Nuke is able to answer back. 5v5, Spider going to tilt the balance, and here comes the pulse bomb out. Nuke is diving in the back line. See if they can punish those supports. See if they can stem the tide here. But no such luck. The front line of Spider and Genji are continuing to rule the battlefield for Eclipse.
Yeah, I mean, Scatter Genji getting that adaptive shielding up very nicely. You know, it did take a little bit of a nerf in the last patch, but still has pretty good value to it. And I mean, they're just really suffering from being able to deal with this speed comp that's coming out from Scatter Genji and Eclipse.
And Matrix out to start things off in this final fight, or final opportunity for Event Horizon on our opening round. Spider's going to answer the duplicate, gets the Hawk. Nice hook, going to go ahead and drop the extra ult. Then send Duke just all the way out of there. Just get off my map. Get off my map, says Spider. Finding two after the fact. Duke is in the back, but making it back to the fight too late to contest the point. Eclipse start us off the first round.
Right there. I mean, Spider absolutely popped the you-know-what off. Once they found their range with the sticky bombs and the focusing beam, the ability for them to swoop in and swoop out of fights, I think that was a real big difference that we saw between, you know, the mobile comp and the brawl comp there, Bullskunk. And I mean, Scatter Genji was getting into their backline, just getting so much havoc there. Zen also doing the same thing, and those that could not move as fast, you had Jet Set Ewok speeding you in there, and Bexbev on this Mercy. The damage boost absolutely showing true here once again. So, you know, the mobility absolutely killed him.
And it doesn't look like we're going to get any changes coming into Gardens. Event Horizon sticking with that brawl. Eclipse sticking with the Wrecking Ball Diva. And immediately grabbing the high ground with those highly mobile characters. One got knocked down, or jumped down. Nuke is looking to try to punish. Jet Set trying to get out of there with just a little bit of health. 1 bar of health. Nuke giving chase. We'll find that kill. That's one support out of the picture, courtesy of Nuke. Now looking to hunt down the rest of Eclipse. as Event Horizon's going to go ahead and grab first control. Nuke looking for this exit kill. Will find it with a little help from friendly McCree.
Yeah, and I mean, that was great pursuit coming out of Nuck there and did exactly what they needed to do. And, you know, of course, having McCree as your backup, I mean, the Peacekeeper absolutely shooting from mid-range. Loving that. But ultimates, I mean, Nuck's going to have their pulse bomb up first. But looking at what Eclipse are coming into right now, they've actually got more of a team full of ultimates built up.
Yeah, we're looking at Duplicate, we're looking at Pulse Bomb. Immortality Field already used as well. Not going to be there to protect against any of the above. It's the Pulse Bomb initially coming out from Nuck. That's going to pick up one, but here comes the response. The bubble is there. Keeping Duke fully topped off and giving Gato a ton of charge. 94 right now. It's a lot of damage coming out of that Zarya, but Scatter Genji doesn't care. He's going to throw down the mines, going to find a pair of kills. Duplicate used to help out as well, and a little celebratory grab there at the end of that fight win.
Yeah, that's a great use of the Duplicate there coming out of Spider. And, I mean, not to be outdone, though. Scatter Genji on this Wrecking Ball actually pushing people into his minefield and getting tons of value out of it. Looking up next, you know, we're going to have, oh, goodness, probably V-Drop on tempo or the window coming out.
Yep, Amateur to start things off. Alucard's just going to sit back here and try to find some double damage shots, but Eclipse staying elusive. Zen, not elusive enough, falls early as Alucard rolls to the back, lives a flashbang. Spider is out of there. Taking to the skies, trying to land those projectiles from above. That can be so difficult to hit that range, though. So Alucard keeping Spider at a distance like this is actually gaining a lot of value, despite the fact that they're not really picking up the kills. It's all about space control right now for Event Horizon, and they are in command of this objective. Finally capitalizing, and it culminates into a pair of kills for Duke.
Yeah, I mean, he let loose with that shatter and just, you know, got the value behind that. But I mean, looking at a 4-pack of ultimates, the whole point here for Event Horizon, Zen has his pulse bomb available, and self-destruct could be something good. That's a late kill, crossing 70%. That's going to be a bit of a retreat for the side of Eclipse.
Well, Eclipse are basically have one more chance at this. I don't think this fight's going to go quick enough for them to get to. Spider finding an opening pick. 3 ultimates to work with, but tons on the other side. Eclipse have their work cut out from them in this fight. Graviton Surge combined with the Deadeye to start things off. That's going to even the odds, and we're at a 5v5. Nice kill! As Scatter sends Alucard into the drink. Off you go. Turns around, drops some mines on the point. Now trying to spin around, see if they can knock some of the members of Event Horizon into said mines. But no such luck just yet. There was a sound barrier there, temporarily keeping Event Horizon alive, but now that has faded. And Aquatic finds himself into those deadly orbs of destruction. Scatter coming back in, but now BXB is down. Event Horizon doing a good job of just circumventing the ball, going around and picking off the weaker forces. And now suddenly, Scatter Genji finds himself the lone member of Eclipse left on the point. Dies just as reinforcements return. Keep the overtime wick burning. Spider had duplicated a Lucio to get back to the point of all things, but it doesn't help him find any kills, and there goes that overtime wick.
Moving with the quickness of Full Skunk, and there is the point secured. And that time, Speed did not kill. They were able to really focus on the characters that were coming onto the point. They let the pressure come into them, and you know the mobility there just kind of failed them. I think that they would have, you know, looked at the high ground a little bit more. You brought that mobility up top and made Event Horizon make the rotations to come around and get to them. I think that Eclipse would have had a better chance there. However, you know, tied up 1-1, we're going to University. Now, will we see Brawl come out of Eclipse?
Certainly what they're showing us is, you know, the tight quarters on this objective definitely lends itself to a Brawl map, as we all well and know. Especially the hallway currently sitting behind the camera. What I'm looking at is not only the difference in this heal line, but this DPS composition diff as well. May wall from Event Horizon up first. May's on both sides, and now there's just walls everywhere. Walls come cracking down, and so does Digital's armor. She's going to fall, and Event Horizon are going to press the issue. Pushing forward, and once again, for the 3rd time in a row, Event Horizon will grab first control of our objective.
Yeah, and I mean, the first Maywall that came out from Nuke was absolutely massive, trapping everybody behind it, no chance to escape. And they just started pouring in the damage, and looking at Alucard, you know, getting the final blow onto Arcadia, not getting much build up towards the Death Blossom. But look at Aquatic. All that healing that he did almost has the window available.
Indeed, and there's a Shatter online for Event Horizon as well. Pushing back in, Arcadia is going to have to be careful. A little bit of a mind game between the Rhine. Oh, nice bait on the wall. Got that one out of the way, but now Eclipse is running into Event Horizon's Ant Matrix. Initial Shatter coming out. Oh, Duke just laid him flat with the bubble to go in, stay alive, smashing him down, cleaning up, and cleaning house. The university has been, well, de-eclipsed.
I mean, yeah, definitely coming out of Eclipse there, and that's a 5-man Shaddy. That's a fatty Shaddy if I've seen one so far. Spider does have Blizzard available. That could be a great initiation point. Also, Coalescence to help keep the team up through it.
Both of those coming out immediately. It chases Event Horizon back to the point. Nuke goes down, and Gato falls in a hole. So temporarily out of the fight, Zen taking full advantage. Is able to find a pair of kills, 3 kills on the back of a great Earth Shatter from Arcadia. And Eclipse will finally get control of this point, but not before EH got 64%.
Yeah, Event Horizon did a great job of just absorbing the pressure that came in there. You know, they got as much percentage as they could. Coming out of the next one, you can probably start with a sound barrier on tempo, bring it in, and get yourself in a position to get a massive grab off from Scattered Genji.
Got a Blizzard on the other side to help counter that grab. Gato-san and Shatter coming through. A Blizzard coupled with it as well, and the Death Blossom, and the Sound Barrier. 5 ults invested from EH on that fight. You better win that fight, investing everything in the kitchen sink in like that.
Yeah, but I mean, coming into the next fight, I mean, you know, Spider just doing little May games here. On top of their wall, actually holding it a lot longer than I expected them to. But I mean, that's going to be the flip there at 40%. But coming into the next fight, you're going to have another Blizzard coming from Spider. You've got Death Blossom as well. So those two in conjunction could absolutely decimate. Got to watch out for Aquatics and Mortality Field and try and bait that out first.
Yeah, if I can get the IF out, then this could be easy pickings. The A-Matrix up first. Event Horizon going to try to get aggressive, see if they can get the kills before those ults even come out. Coalescence used from Eclipse as they try to push back in. It looks like the Blizzard caught the edge of the May wall. Great block from Nuke. And then the 2-kill fire strike to back it up. That's a 4-kill in. All Death Blossom does eventually come out from Zed, accompanied by that Sound Barrier. Is able to pick up 1, but still got a lot of reinforcements to plow through. Cannot find them all. Event Horizon are going to take Oasis and the early lead here in our Tier 4 matchup.
And, I mean, that was great brawl coming out of Event Horizon. And, you know, we were asking about the sustain in the beginning, you know, the Bat versus the Moira in the main healer department. I think Bat absolutely winning that war there. So right now, 1-0 going to Event Horizon. They still have only dropped 3 maps all season, Bull Skunk, and now they're up 1-0 here at our Week 7 matchup. And Eclipse, you know, got to go back to the drawing board there and decide what comps are going to be useful when. I think everything's going to be map dependent for them, because they kind of made an oinker of it on Gardens. They just got shut out of the point completely, and they kept trying to, you know, path the same way. And we had some issues there where they tried to just, you know, force the point with the mobility when they had the CC of the flashbang. And I mean, you know, Zen got caught out a couple times with that flashbang fan the hammer combo coming out of Alucard. So we'll see what we'll bring on our next map, which is going to be Numbani. And yeah, we'll see what happens coming when we get into other map modes other than Control.
Well, Event Horizon clearly had the better brawl in that map, and in the map that had the high ground, a city center, Eclipse took it. You know, Eclipse was able to utilize that, was able to utilize those high mobility characters and take advantage of that high ground. Once we got into more close quarters, even on Gardens, where it's you have to come in and get near that death ball to try to contest, to try to get value, and they were never quite able to find an opening, and then they lost the brawl straight up on our final round of University. So with that said, what I've learned so far, Event Horizon probably a little bit better in the brawl composition, but if there's a map that will allow the high ground, allow the high mobility for Eclipse's wrecking ball composition, then they can absolutely pull themselves back into this thing. And you know what? Numbani is exactly that kind of a map.
Absolutely. I mean, just to be able to cleave with the wrecking ball the grapple to take yourself from high ground to low ground, especially if you're running it in conjunction with the diva. I mean, you've got two heroes right there that can, touch both high and low grounds there respectively with relative ease. So we'll see, if the mobility, if the ability to hold the high ground successfully will work in their favor, or if looking at Event Horizon, I mean, the Ryan Zarya brawl worked absolutely fine for them, and I love seeing the flexibility of the DPS. We saw May, we saw Tracer, we saw McCree. So not too shabby there on the side of Event Horizon. It's worked for them all season so far, apparently. And in talking with their captain, The Truth. So I mean, right now, they've got the target on their back, but right now they're holding up underneath the pressure.
Yeah, they're the team to beat, no doubt. But they're showing us why right here, and they're going to look to keep that perfect streak going heading into map number 2. And I mean, without further delay, I say we just get right on into it, Billy. I'm anxious to keep this one going. So far, fantastic matchup. I expect nothing less. Heading into
I mean, it's ready for Nubani. Nubani, people hate on Nubani a lot. I actually think it's almost like what's the other one that I was thinking of? I mean, it's a tale of three maps here in one area. High ground, if you can take the high ground here on defense and really hold it strictly and be able to have your rotations, make sure that you have coverage for all sides, I think that you can full hold here. It's just going to come out to the matter of what kind of sustain do you have, what kind of self-sufficiency do you have in your heroes, and also the ability for your heroes to get healing on their own should they need it. Also, if you can speed into fights right now, that's definitely what I want to see is, how do they get in and out of engagements?
Yeah, and it's not only get in fast, but your pathing is so important on this map. How you choose to get in and how you choose to rotate. Oh, so important. And it looks like, well, Event Horizon, first off on the attack, gone through the low ground of Hotel. And you've got Gato-san on the Wrecking Ball, going to the mobile comp. Noob finds a beautiful white clip onto Zen to start things off with a bang for Event Horizon, but they do lose Sun along the way. With their Mercy down, obviously the res is off the table. They're going to have to finish the thing out 5-5. Equal back, take the Mercy out on the other side. But again, Eclipse going toe for toe. Staying right in the fight. +1 to the attacking team, 4v3. Neither team with a Mercy on the battlefield at the moment. Zen returns on the Tracer for going the Hanzo quickly as Scattergigi is able to pick up a kill, even the odds. Zen gets smashed down like a pancake on the point. Event Horizon are not giving this thing up. Sun Cody has returned, and now mines are out. We're still in first fight, and ult's starting to come online. Starting to come out on the battlefield. Gato-san's going to get rezzed. And it looks like the attacking team is slowly but surely winning this fight. And with that said, Wizard is back in, and Spider picks up a kill.
But he gets flattened like a pancake, but Spider picks up 2 into the interim, and I mean, this is not done yet. Mine's on the field, though. They've got to watch where they land. Barely gets away from the nice kill onto the Winston, though. That's the shielding out.
Spider picks up a third there on the Echo, and Eclipse just kind of muscle their way back in here. The tenaciousness and not getting up a single tick of progress. Nearly a 2-minute fight to start things off, and well, Event Horizon has nothing to show for it.
Yeah, I mean, just the unwillingness to say die. That was beautiful work coming out from the supports there. The res that we saw Vexfed bring out onto Wizards there, huge. Sound barriers from both sides are going to be available to this next fight.
Both of them available for both teams as well. Both teams throwing them out simultaneously, and Nuke is the one who wins the duel of the pulse bombs. Nuke is going to go and drop the Primal Rage, and that's a quick 3 kills here for Event Horizon. One of those is going to get rezzed up, so it's just a +2 on the point. Bubble it ready to keep that self-destruct at bay, but Aquatic cannot find safety. So Event Horizon need to close this thing out quickly if they want to start making progress, because they're already down 1. The Lucio out of the fight, and reinforcements are starting to show up for Eclipse.
They absolutely are, and I mean, this is all about wasting time right now with Scatter Genji, though, bringing the minefield to bear. Duplicate coming out from Alucard, giving themselves another Wrecking Ball, trying to get mines up in a hurry.
Duplicate use on the other side onto the Winston. Is trying to Primal Aquatic off the side, who sneaks past on the wall. My goodness, that was a precarious situation. But Spider does eventually get the kill with the focusing beam coming out of that duplicate form, looking to get the mercy. Oh, beautiful flurry of stickies. Somehow. Okay, no, the Wizards finished him off. That was, I was just saying, I didn't see the stickies in there, but no, it was Wizards with the final blow. Spider gets another with the focusing beam. A beautiful performance on the Echo from the defense, but at the end, just not quite enough as Duke and Nuke, beautiful combo, they have nuked them. And Eclipse just trying to stall out for as long as possible, but this point seems inevitable at this point, Billy.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and that is who the truth told me to watch out for was Duke and Nuke. They're DPS players to watch out for. Getting a double there, though. Scatter, Genji, huge!
Rez will come back through. Gatosov's back in the fight. Alucard's got to pick up one as well. I mean, this has basically been 2 engagements for the entirety of the 4-minute attack here on our opening round of Numbani. High mobility, individual duels, and then just haymaker for haymaker from both of our teams, and it's resulted in a 3v3 on the point with the final seconds dwindling off the clock here on point A. Scatter's going to spin around, going to get the kill as Duke launches back in, has that primal ready to go. He's going to get stuck, drops the primal. Immediately takes 350 damage off of that primal rage and then eats a ton more. Is taken down out of primal forms. Isn't able to find that pick. Now looking for the second tank. And oh my, Eclipse hang on and deny Event Horizon that first point on the board. They do get 96.8% though, Bill.
0-0. Switching sides.
What did we just witness there? We saw really 2 fights. Both hyper extended to the gods there. And never say die. Coming from Eclipse there. The speed, once again, I bring it up so often in our cast, but speed kills. And the ability of the team to get back and just place a toe on and stop that progress from moving forward, allowing the other teams to come back. I mean, Zen was putting on a clinic of how to use those blinks and then recall at the very last second. Not to be outdone, though, Scatter Genji on the Wrecking Ball. Came back with mine so many different times. I was super impressed with that hero's play. I mean, nothing to take away from Event Horizon, though. My God, they did the same thing. And I thought they had it like 3 times. They were so close. Focus Fire was there. I mean, it was just, individual duels that went one way or the other. And Spider, once again, showing some real class on this Echo. I was absolutely impressed with the hero play from Spider on that hero.
Yeah, the Echoes from both sides putting on a show. As we're going to get Tracer and McCree out of the defense here from Event Horizon.
Attackers incoming.
It would take a moment to point out we did a couple of swaps that we didn't even get a chance to mention throughout that long 4-minute engagement. But support coming in on both sides, with Wizard coming into the fight for Eclipse, Sun Cody coming in for Event Horizon. And I mean, I felt like both did pretty good, but Wizards in for Eclipse was a good boom there. And I think it might have been a little bit of the difference maker. Just that one sub in can kind of change the pace.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, looking at Nuke, you're taking a lot of damage here into the small room, really forcing members of Eclipse to get back on the high ground. Zen bringing out the Genji. We know how good he can be with this hero, especially the deflects.
Indeed. Back deflect coming out there just to cover a little bit of space. The Event Horizon positioned up on this back high ground, and they're letting Nuke just kind of run around down low with the Hog. Hog's contesting the point. Nuke is trying to put pressure on the team, but is forced to sit back for a moment. Decides the time is right to go in, but they're already 2 down. Make that 3 down, and Spider's able to burn down the Hog off point. That's the presence to try to contest, which is going to mean Orisa has to drop down. No more shielding up top. And the defense is starting to fall apart. Eclipse it broken open wide like an egg. And now you just have the Lucio of Aquatic on point trying to stall, but that's not going to last too long. Running into a supercharger. There are 2 or 3 tanks on the battlefield for Eclipse. At least there were momentarily. And, Eclipse look like they're going to take this, but okay. I was going to say, it looked like a foregone conclusion on their defense. And they hang on and will tie us up after an amazing defense to deny any points. Eclipse, they're able to full cap. They're able to get up that map score, get that 0 off the board.
I thought they were obviously playing for Dragon or Nanoblade there, and they didn't even need it. They just completely busted the comp of what Event Horizon was running there. Just with once again, it's not so much the individual or the team play that we're seeing right now. It's these 1v1 duels. I really like Nuke though on this Tracer, putting up a performance and a half. I mean, the sticks that we're seeing coming out from them, absolutely crucial. You're just still running into a Mercy, and Mercy is able to res that up. So I think target priority when you go in with the pulse bomb. Yeah, I mean, they're getting the job done. It's just you got to deny that res. You got to camp the body if you can.
Whew. Well,
Woo.
we're all tied up 1-1 as we head into map 3. We're going to take a quick break, catch our breath. Y'all go hydrate. We'll see you back here on Temple of Anubis in just a couple minutes. We're all tied up 1-1 at the half between these T4 powerhouses. Eclipse, Event Horizon, going toe-to-toe, and so far looking pretty evenly matched. I mean, it was a 1-2 on Oasis to start things off, but then that defense, man, that defense from Eclipse, that was basically like one drawn-out fight. I think it was like 2 engagements, technically, for the entirety of Event Horizon's attack. I thought they had it done and dusted. What the hell happened?
Never say die.
Never say die.
Not only a good James Bond movie, but also a really good motto if you're a defender on New Bonnie, apparently. It was the mobility. Once again, we talked about the mobility of Eclipse, and they just were able to get back to the point and just put a toe or put your little part of your hamster wheel on there. And I mean, just the individual duels that broke out. I mean, we saw Zen versus Nuke or Nuke. On the Tracer duels, they were just, it was haymakers back and forth. Spider versus Alucard on the Echo. It was haymakers back and forth. It was the Mercy res, I think, coming out from Bexby that really kind of separated the two. I think they were a little bit more willing to go into a nasty situation and get the res off. Especially the res that they got onto Wizard that was 92% to sound barrier.
Yeah.
I think that was the biggest res of the entire one. So support diff may be right there for that one because, I mean, across the other board, I mean, I loved Duke's. I really loved his Winston. His Winston was absolutely fantastic. And, I mean, it was back and forth. It was a seesaw both ways for the defense. When we got to the attack, though, they tried to go a little bit more static. With the pulled pork combo, and it just didn't feel right. And you brought out Alucard on the McCree, and while you do have the better DPS coming out from that, if you can't hit the person because they're zipping all over the screen, then what real value are you getting out of it? So I just think compositionally they weren't able to absorb what Eclipse were bringing to the table, and they captured it basically one fight, and it was done.
Yeah, it was a great identifier of the win condition from Eclipse. I mean, once you took the hog down, it completely broke up the entire defense, and then they were able to just go in and individually pick it apart. It was a beautiful attack from Eclipse, and like you said, the Wizards coming in, subbing in, getting that key sound barrier, absolutely clutch. But I also have another question for you, Billy. Burning questions here. Why does Hanzo shoot arrows? Why does Hanzo shoot arrows?
Why?
Because he has to get his point across. All right, so there you go. That one was for Zen out there. That was for Zen out there. Seth, I'm not doing a fart joke. We're a classy stream. Thank you very much. We were wearing bow ties yesterday. Thank you very much. We don't do fart jokes around here. I'll get you another Overwatch joke. You only get one per break, all right? That's all you get. But speaking of getting...
Karen and Ocean are stinky.
There is that. There is that.
There you go, Seth.
Speaking of getting our point across, let's take a look at our map pool for the day as we are heading to Temple of Anubis for our assault map. 1-1. Eclipse able to bring it back. Can they keep the momentum going? Can they take the lead? They've handed Event Horizon their 4th map loss of the entire season already. Can they keep that trend going? We're about to find out.
And as we go to Temple of Anubis, Bullskunk, speed here, I mean, first point, yeah, I can totally see that going on. But second point, it's a lot more enclosed. Yeah, there's grapple points on point B for a wrecking ball to get themselves into, and of course, you know, the mobility of both Echo and Tracer will absolutely lend themselves to an attack or a defense there, respectively. I'm just not sure how a wrecking ball here is actually going to work. We'll see what they're able to do. I mean, if you keep yourself, I guess, on the ground and find good grappling spots, then, you know, you can bowl through the team and really disrupt where they're trying to set up at. But whew, man, I tell you what, this the speed of Genji or Scatter Genji on this wrecking ball, the tech that he was using to get in and out of fights, I was really impressed with that.
On the attack, Wrecking Ball can certainly be a powerhouse. Great for dislodging off the center platform on point A. And then, you know, you can just drop those mines all over point B and make life very difficult on the defenders. On the defense, it can be a little more difficult, as we do have Gato-san sticking with the hamster, currently sitting on the high ground, while Duke's holding down the center platform here for Event Horizon. We're starting us off on the defense.
Scatter Genji, obviously public enemy number 1 to Event Horizon. They brought out 3. Whoa!
Nasty.
Different kinds of CC available to them. They've got the hook that we just saw beautifully done there. You've got the flashbang of Alucard. You've also got the shield bash of Aquatic. So those are 3 forms of CC that are going to absolutely create hell for him. Also, Sun Cody out on the Zenyatta. That Discord Orb can burn him down in a flurry.
And it's a very dangerous back line for Event Horizon right now. It's going to make life very difficult on both Zen and Spider, but Spider already duplicate online and ready to go early. A lot of damage in, and Duke is going to go down. Duplicate used onto the Zenyatta. That's an unusual pick. See if it works out. Could be big brain. You got an extra Discord Orb, or you have a Discord Orb on the field. You got a Transcendence that they're going to use now, just to keep everybody topped off, and that was a clinical assault from Eclipse. And they're going to pick up point A with plenty of time to spare.
My goodness, what a big brain play. We saw that a lot in Chinese Contenders Bull Skunk. The Zen duplicate, trying to get that quick Transcendence up and just get that massive burst of healing. But coming into point B here, you know, you've got Wizards on this Ana. You've got the Nano Boost available. Zen, 91 to Blade, so obviously that's your win condition for this next fight. You also have the Self-Destruct from Arcadia. So you've got a bevy of ultimates here that you could use to get out of this fight. Nice Pulse Bomb from Nuke, though.
That one is going to get rezzed up, but sending a message as Wizards goes down for the second time first in the fight. Zen's going to go ahead and bring out the Blade. Nano Boost actually went out to Scatter Genji. I think the Hog got, or the Hamster got in the way of that Nano Boost, and Zen gets burned down. Nuken's going to fall, but every kill for the defense is that much more impactful here on the back of a Novus that spawned. Oh, so close. Alucard can go ahead and drop the Deadeye from the back. Take a look at the wall behind him. He's like, no, I'll just take out that baby diva. No worries. We're going to keep Arcadia from getting back in her mech. That is going to get res back up, but in the interim, Duke is able to find that punish on the BXB. Mine thrown down. Like I said, they can be so dangerous in this close quarters area. Scatter Genji able to get a couple kills. Now, does Eclipse have enough reinforcements to get more than this one tick they've already picked off?
I don't think so. I think that's going to be a full, a nice hold there. Alucard bringing out the Reaper now to start to bash in these tanks' heads. And you've got a lot of DPS being output from the defense right now. Whole Hog online, Pulse Bomb online. Alucard bringing back the McCree after swapping over to that Reaper for just a little bit. Nothing online per se for Eclipse. Wizards swapping over to the Lucio now, so you have that available to you as well. Nice stick once again from Nuke.
Yeah, it's a beautiful stick. Let's say again, second time. Nuke started off the fight with a great Pulse Bomb, able to find that early pick. And this time, Event Horizon taking full advantage. They're going to press the issue and chase out some of these kills. You can see Nuke running all the way back to the spawn door looking for that Lucio, but does have that recall to get out of harm's way.
Yeah, no, already halfway to another Pulse Bomb, so great value being shown on this hero for Nuke. You've also got the Whole Hog still in tow. 15% to Transcendent, so, you know, want to probably hold that for either a duplicated hero or a Self-Destruct, Mines maybe just between the point. We'll see how they decide to approach this.
Mine's right over the entrance and kind of splitting them up a little bit as Digital Arcadia was already on her way into the point. Ball's able to come around from the side, but Tracer gets knocked right back into those mines. Arcadia finds their way into those orbs of destruction as well. And the defense once again hanging on. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left on the clock, but yeah, Eclipse didn't really use much in the way of ult department during that fight.
They really did. They used mines and they used the whole hog there. And I mean, Swag, you know, he had been holding on to it for a moment. They probably said, use it, damn it. And get everybody off the point. But Rally and Transcendence are going to be available for this next fight. That's going to be a hell of a lot of sustain to burst through if you are Eclipse.
Then pulse bomb at the ready, and another one for Nuke, and another kill. Nuke is 3 for 3, perfect with the pulse bombs here on Anubis, able to find both supports as a matter of fact, and that's just going to end this fight before it ever begins.
Yeah, I mean, they've taken off 3.5 minutes so far, Bullskunk. So 3 ultimates online for the offense here coming into our next fight, but still, you've got Transcendence and Rally ready to go. And where is Alucard going to set up to try and get the most value out of this Deadeye? Probably try to find a left-hand flank there if you look at it from the defender side. But Wizards, what I'm looking for is how are they going to employ this sound barrier? Are they going to go in on tempo? Are they going to wait for mines? I mean, where do they use this at?
Mine's gonna come out first over the objective. Spider looping around from the cage. Pulls out the duplicate and chooses the brig. Hiding in from the other side. Deadeye, it'll get rid of that duplicate. Here comes the self-destruct over the back. Is it gonna lay? Oh, it doesn't quite get around the corner. Now, Sun Cody decides this is the time. Pull the trigger on the Transcendence. Push through, close out this fight. Both support ults used from Eclipse, and they were both pretty much negated by that Transcendence. Now both McCrees out of the fight, and Event Horizon have Eclipse in a dangerous corner. Gato Sod is able to get a kill with the mines, and Newt has yet another pulse bomb ready to go for this next fight. They can land another opening stick with 40 seconds left. This could put an end to the attack for Eclipse.
Yeah, no, I mean, what we failed to notice here is that during that last flurry, Event Horizon, Eclipse actually got up to 91.4%. So we're not going to have a draw here if they're not going to be able to get the full capture of this point here. But Deadeye, Zen already has the Deadeye online, so we'll see how he chooses to address this. You've got 15 seconds, big pulse bomb ability, huge flashbang from Zen.
Zen says not this time, pops up to the high ground, pulls the trigger on the Deadeye, took a lot of damage down onto Gato-san. Meanwhile, back on the point, Scatter Digital making space, finding kills, and they just need, like you said, a little under 8%, and there it is. They will get it, but not until the overtime wick was already burning, so nothing left in the time bank.
Boy, I really liked the defense that was shown there from Eclipse. I loved, and I didn't think I would, but I loved the Brig Zen, especially dealing with the Wrecking Ball. Could this be a portent for the future, especially if you get that rally healing up, or the Inspire healing up during the mid-fight? That could keep a Zenyatta from going down in a hurry. And it, I mean, it obviously provides 2 kinds of CC. You've got the flail, and then you've got the shield bash that can dislodge the pathing coming in from a Wrecking Ball. So, I mean, I think that was actually quite smart coming out from them. And also, you know, once you get the McCree and the flashbang, I mean, that ability alone can stop a ball in his tracks. Can also stop the pesky little tracers that we saw happen quite a few times, and Zen getting the best of it there in the defense. So we'll see what they bring out onto their defense. Looks like they'll bring out Hanzo in place of that McCree or Tracer, but still running the Echo, still running pretty much the same comps that we've seen them run all day. Wizards going back to that Lucio. So obviously wanting the speed to get in and out of fights and hopefully get that sound barrier up during the really tense moments for them.
Yep, Event Horizon once again pulling the page out of that Chinese Contenders book, sticking with the Brig Zen. Like you said, Brig is just so good at keeping that Zenyatta alive. And Discord Orb is incredibly important here in our current meta. When you're trying to win those little individual fights, the Discord Orb can be the absolute difference maker. The 30% damage, additional damage, is just nasty. Over the top, we're going to big slam from Scatter Genji to start things off as Event Horizon push in and are looking to grab some high ground. Spider putting some damage down, but ate a ton of their own and is forced to back out. Both teams kind of retreating to their respective corners momentarily.
Yeah, this ball hog comp, I mean, Pixie comp, or I'm sorry, what do we call it? The rolling hook or something like that. You know, really pulling this in right now, and he's getting so much value right now, even though the kills were going the favor of Eclipse there. Duke taking down the biggest threat right now, which is the Wrecking Ball.
Ooh, nice arrow, but here comes the whole hog from the other side. Caught in a tiny room. Duke is able to find one, but does get burned down. What a play from Zen. Just cool as a mountain lake. Zen lands that headshot to shut down Duke's swag and that what could have been potentially disastrous whole hog.
Oh my word, I can't believe I just saw that happen. And yeah, looking at the focusing beam that came in from Spider as well, absolutely saved his life in the midst of that whole hog. So great plays coming out from all of them. You're going to have a bevy of ultimates coming up online, looking like a pulse bomb coming from Nuke. We know how deadly he has been with them today. Spider will have the duplicate available and the Dragon Strike from Zen.
Yep, got a pulse bomb ready to go. 3 for 3 so far on Temple of Anubis, and now has the Mercy in their sights. Will that be the one? Oh, it was almost perfectly timed. Mercy just able to get out of there moments before that bomb went off. Scatter Genji and Zen able to get some work done for the defense. And, well, right now, Eclipse hanging on. They've burned off half the clock already.
The caster curse there, Wolfgang, not pointing any fingers if you may have kind of sort of, you know, caster curse him there with that prediction. But hey, he's been getting him up at a really quick clip, so we'll see probably another one coming in. But that is huge from Nuke once again.
Almost got the Mercy as well. Zen is able to get a counter pick back. Scatter Genji now throws down Mines. Dragons out as well. Mines already picked up one. Dragons grab two. And the defense of Eclipse are not faltering anytime soon. They've got themselves another fight win under their belt. And that was an important one there. Rowley and Mines used. This is starting to look more and more troublesome for Event Horizon.
Yeah, but they have Transcendence coming up online. They're going to have Whole Hog pretty soon as well. And Alucard, depending on where they go with this duplicate, probably onto the Diva to get a quick self-destruct. I mean, Nuke is just playing havoc with them right now.
Spider doing a pretty good job of keeping Nuke in check, at least in that particular instance. Is going to burn down quite a bit of focusing beams, and they will pick up one. And now Spider pushing in and just chasing out the tanks. As Event Horizon have kind of got themselves back into a corner. Whole Hog comes out. We'll find one, but that is all it's going to find. It's seemingly a desperate Whole Hog just to try to get out of that corner, and no such doing for Duke.
Yeah, Transcendence available for the offense coming in on the next approach. And you've still got that duplicate Pulse Bomb once again. We'll see if Nuke can hit it this time.
Alucard's going to duplicate the Diva. Try to perhaps buy a little space and get a little access to that high ground. Oh, we're going to chase a Moth Mercy, huh? I mean, that's a difficult target indeed. Close and not getting he does get the self-destruct in the final moments, but here comes the Dragons once again over the objective. Alucard gets one self-destruct and one to follow it up, but there's two from the other side. Self-destruct coming in from Arcadia, and it just allows time for Eclipse to get back on this point and kind of plant their feet. Duplicate this time used from Spider onto the Hog of their own. Is able to get that kill onto Alucard. Falls up with a hook onto Nuke. Then the whole Hog down. That's a three-piece for Spider. What a play. What a way to close out this map as Eclipse hands Event Horizon their second map loss of this series and only their fifth map loss of the entire tournament.
I mean, what a smart play. You know, we saw the Echo go down, Spider go down to the self-destruct, the duplicated self-destructive Alucard. But I tell you, Arcadia said, "Oh, nay, I've got one of my own," and it cleared the entire point of the mines. And then the comeback, the res and the comeback, a duplicate onto the onto the Roadhog, and we saw the hook, and the smash, and then the Roadhog or the whole hog to clean out the entire match there. That was absolutely filthy coming out from Eclipse.
Well, it looks like so far, chat, your prediction It's looking good. It's looking good as Eclipse, after going down early, now find themselves on match point against the undefeated Event Horizon. What a play. That was fantastic stuff. Oh my goodness. Spider showing up in the clutch there in that final battle.
I mean, Zen had what, 2 multiple Dragon Strike kills as well.
Truth.
And that headshot, the dinger inside that small room where there is a whole hog going on. He's got ice through his veins, my friend. He's got ice through his veins.
That was awesome. That was absolutely awesome. I mean, that could have lost him point A right there. So that was a fantastic move. Both DPS from Eclipse showing up and shelling out in a big way, and a big reason that they're now on match point, looking to close things out as we head to Rialto for our escort map this evening.
You know, if I was worried about Ball on Temple of Anubis, especially point B, I do not have the same concerns here for them on Rialto. There's so much room to work with. And I mean, we've seen both Roadhog or both Wrecking Balls get a lot of value. I just think that Eclipse's Roadhog, or good gosh, tongue twister today. Wrecking Ball has gotten so much more value out of the gate, and man, this is what we like to see. Wizards still pulling up a massive performance on the Lucio as well. Some very timely sound barriers, some very timely speed amps to get their team out of trouble or into a bigger position in a fight. So I'm really leaning towards a bit of an MVP vote right here for Wizards. Just showing up some massive play on this Lucio for Eclipse.
Yeah, but that was a good change, and I liked the Lucio swap. Initially starting off on the Ana, but found themselves very vulnerable against Nuke and that outstanding Tracer. I mean, Nuke was giving him fits there for a while. And so the swap to the Lucio was a smart move, big brain play to be able to stay alive, stay in that fight, and get those sound barriers down. Wizards certainly proven to be a valuable swap as we've gone into, and then it might just been a thing, where we see Jet Set on Control, and then Wizard comes in for the more payload style maps. It may not have been anything to do with a performance situation. It's just a set plan that they have, but so far, plan's working out for them.
Yeah, I mean, this has just been a really great performance from all around. I want to see, if there's a little bit of clapback here from Event Horizon. I mean, they're not used to losing maps, and not maps in a row. So this is going to be interesting what we see coming out from them. Is there fight left in Event Horizon, or have they peaked too early here in our playoff run? I mean, this is week 7. You've got 2 more results to go before the season is ended, and we'll see what we can bring out of it.
Well,
Ready for battle.
don't hashtag fart joke me. Oh my goodness, you and your
Zen.
fart jokes. You and your fart jokes. My goodness, chat. My goodness, chat.
You get no fart jokes, Nick. You get no fart jokes, man.
Attackers
Come on, guys. This is a family-friendly show.
I don't know about all that, but
No, I don't know about it. But fart humor,
it's certainly
I mean-
not smelly has been eclipsed so far through this series, and I anticipate much of the same as they're going to start us off on the defense, bringing us the double sniper with the ball hog torture.
Ooh. But we also have a substitute coming in for Event Horizon. We see Rob Spectrum coming in on the Lucio, so they're going to look to have a little speed of their own. Sun Cody moving over to the Baptiste instead of the Zenyatta. So we'll see if this is able to help bring out a little bit more aggression from them. But Wizards now not bringing the Lucio that we've seen him all day long on. Now he's bringing out the Zenyatta. So Discord Orb obviously available. Nice assassination from Nuke though on the Spider.
Yeah, now looking for Nick. Knows the Hanzo's around there somewhere, but Nick has already dropped back in the courtyard, so Nuke is going to turn their attention to the supports. A kill onto that Zen would have been huge. Can't quite get it. The peel is there. Eclipse so far doing a good job of kiting back, despite being, well, now Zen has given them a +1 edge to the defense.
And we do see Zen going into the off-tank role now. And letting his buddy Nick, our friend Nick, come in. and get some work on this Hanzo here. So we'll see how they address this corner. There's the Danny DeVito connection that we were talking about in the pregame. Zen and Nick both coming from Danny DeVito and other teams after that. But spam the Doritos for Danny DeVito. Not a thing anymore, but you can throw a couple chips out there for their name.
So far, Zen doing work, isn't it? You can see the flurry of Storm Arrows able to pick a kill there. Zen returning to the fight. Spider has made a swap over to the Ashe coming off the Widowmaker after that initial fight, and is going to get a kill with the Dynamite there on the back of point A. Genji push it in, mine's at the ready. Is going to burn down Gato-san. And look at ooh, Spectrum able to keep those skates on the wall. Nearly took a swim.
Yeah, but look at the ultimate economy right now, Wolfscope. I mean, you've got 4 available to Eclipse. I mean, Spider just swapped over to this Ashe. Already has 50% to Bob. But you do have Deadeye and the Ant Matrix available from Event Horizon, so that might be an initiator for them.
Yep, Alucard just gonna move all the way around as Nuke is gonna go ahead and throw down some oh well, never mind, that was Nick with the dragon. It looked like they came out for Rum Nuke. My eyes were fooling me there for a moment. Alucard dropped the Deadeye from the high ground, didn't find anything, but will follow up with a kill onto Spider. In the interim, Scattered Genji's managed to pick up a pair as well. Nick is going to get one of their own, and it's still a man advantage towards the defense. Nick is going to further increase that advantage.
Yeah, and there's that small little buff that we saw to Hanzo's Storm Arrows, really showing its true colors there. As he was able to burn down his opposite really quick. Shatter out, that's going to take him down.
Yeah, I think Nick got a little bit too big for his britches there. Was holding way too close, and Duke is able to punish that. Bob out from the defense, right over the 4-yard, but the Graviton surges into the back. Dragon's coming out, right over the middle. There's nothing to protect against it. They're able to fall back, just narrowly avoiding disaster. The timing just ever so slightly off from the Wombo combo, and it's given Eclipse to get back in this fight. A chance to get back in this fight, that is. Scatter Genji drops down mines, is down to 1 tick of health, but is able to find that kill on the Baptiste and find some healing.
Yeah, Whole Hog available to the defense here as well, so that's going to be able to push them off the cart. But what I'm scared about right now is that Alucard swapping to the Reaper, 50% to Death Blossom already. That is going to burn down Scatter Genji and Zen in a heartbeat. If the sustain is not there, they're going to have to recognize the rotations, the teleports that come in. You've got to be listening to those sound cues. But I mean, you can still rush in with a little bit of a sound barrier help there, and we'll see what it comes up with. But 10 seconds! Only 10 seconds are left of the clock.
Sound barrier is out, and Duke's already found out Bicken got hooked in and said, oh, I'll take this close quarters fight. And gets the kill despite being discorded. Transcendence out, as it looks like Eclipse are investing both support ults into this fight. They really want to win this thing, but VXB gets denied on the res. Alucard's going to find the kill on the Wizards as well once the Transcendence fades. Event Horizon pick up point A and manage to get out both of those support ults. You take that as a big dub for Event Horizon.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they were trying to full hold on the first point here, and mirroring the Hanzo of Nick right now. They both have Dragon Strike available to them. What I'm looking for right now, Gato-san trying to really negate the damage coming in from Eclipse and maybe get up to a self-destruct, but really also being able to contest the high ground and try to force Eclipse off the high ground, because right now they can just rain down the pain on top of Event Horizon's heads.
The attacking Dragon's fine too. Nick trying to equalize, but no such luck. Spider's able to pick up one though. It's gonna be a 4v4 here on the corner of death. Alucard on that signature Reaper, Death Blossom at the ready. And not backing out of this fight. Just gonna go ahead and teleport all the way into the back line. Wraith forms out of the hook. Oh, but Wizards are gonna take him down. The whole team knew it was there. Eclipse for having none of those shenanigans. And they shut down Alucard.
Yeah, that was absolutely clutch for them, because, I mean, of course, if he hits Y there and goes through the animation. Oh, huge coming out from Spider, taking down quite a few of the abilities from Event Horizon. Really negated the power of that amplification matrix as well, Bullskunk.
As did the whole hog from Zed. But there was a trade, as Nuke was able to return the favor, and I think that might have saved some other teammates. They got that arrow down just before they died. It was the projectile difference. Like, while the arrow was in the air, where the Deadeye was unleashed. Nick goes down early in this next fight. As Event Horizon moves their way up to the high ground. Whole hog of their own at the ready. Alucard does still have that Death Blossom. Curious how and when you can pull the trigger on it. Speaking of pulling the trigger, Duke Swag is throwing down a hail of shrapnel. Takes Genji out of the fight. Alucard pushing in the back, looking to see if they can take Zen down as well. They do. Both tanks absent from the defense. Zen is going to teleport up to the top, move into the back. Got to avoid that flashbang. Oh, and there's a Transcendence. Oh, what a perfectly timed Transcendence. Like a predictive. Wizards knew, could see the future, and devalues the sound barrier entirely. It gives Spider a chance to turn around and just pop off. And they stop this cart in its tracks. Big defense. Denying point B.
Wizards, absolutely the prognosticator of Overwatch. Wow. That was absolutely huge play, huge game, since being aware that in that moment you were going to see a Death Blossom come out of Alucard, and he got flashbanged out of his Death Blossom. And then, of course, Deadeye after that, all Dunskies. And yeah, win condition set. You're on match point right now. If you are Eclipse, this would be it would be an upset. It wouldn't be a huge upset, but based upon the course of the season so far, I mean, this is the stakes that we're looking at. Only 3 maps have been dropped so far, BullsCon, and now they are looking at a defeat. I mean, that's going to ruin their perfect season, and it's going to put them possibly into 3rd place here going into week 8.
But, I mean, this is a very defensive favored map. So, yeah, Event Horizon not out of this yet. You can put up a big hold on point A, and then that first corner. They made it all the way to the back of point B, which means they will have an opportunity to put up a good defense on the corner of death if the Eclipse even makes it that far. So certainly it's not done yet. Eclipse are not out of the woods. They have not sealed this W. We don't want to call it too early. They're going to have to get past Nuke on this Hanzo, and Alucard going over to the Reaper.
Indeed, but I mean, Nick, we know how good Nick is on the Widowmaker from not only community events, but also some all-star events as well. So we're looking, you can see Swag right now trying to keep a spy out for where the Widowmaker grapples to and tries to get that prime position.
Nick is able to take Goddessign out of the back. That'll allow Eclipse to focus their attention forward as they move into courtyard. Nice hook. Discard onto that hog, and the teamwork is there. The focus fire there. Duke is, well, no longer there. Nick is able to find a pair of kills as well, and Eclipse, well, they're making short work of point A. That's exactly what they needed to do. They're going to walk into the second phase of this map with tons of time.
Yeah, and then Nick taking some pot shots from the high ground here and just being met with Alucard's Peacekeeper.
Nice!
Boosted Storm Arrows, what, Nick?
Did he get the 4th? Looking for it, looking for it. Oh, it's Scatter Genji. Who comes up with that 4th kill? But that was a great 3K out of Nick. My goodness.
Young man, please calm down. There's the Immortality Field already down as well.
Well, and it's going to allow Eclipse to buy a lot of space and perhaps claim this high ground as Nick is continuing. I'm not taking the camera off him. He's just continuing to land these shots. He's got a pair already. Dragon's ready to go. And like you said, that Immortality Field off the table for about another 15 seconds. Nick is going to head up to the high ground. Spider pushing down from the low ground. Both of which ultimates ready to go. Matter of fact, it's a full 6 stack coming online here for Eclipse as they look around this corner with just under 5 minutes. Mines over the top is going to further devalue or deny this high ground here for Event Horizon. That Immortality Field once again used. Alucard tries to bring it back with the Deadeye, but no such luck. Nick is going to take him down and continue his reign of terror on this Hanzo. Most important ults were used in that interim as well. There's still a little bit to go, but this fight heavily favoring Eclipse. In fact, that's going to do it. The whole hog, the nail in the coffin, the exclamation point at the end of this, and the end of Event Horizon's perfect season. Eclipse close it out with a lightning fast run through Rialto. They're going to take this series 3-1.
That was bloody fast. That was surgical. I think that's the word that I want to use there. Well, why wasn't Nick starting the entire game on the Sanso? I mean, we know how good of a sharpshooter he is, but I did not know that he had leveled up in the interim since we've seen him play last. That was some huge plays. Great damage boost coming out of Bixby as well. So, I mean, great team play. We saw the focus fire get down from them all day long. My goodness, this was a showing and a statement game from Eclipse. I mean, looking at Event Horizon, I mean, they did not have much of an answer for what Eclipse threw at them. Maybe control maps aren't Eclipse's cup of tea because, I mean, they won that pretty. I mean, it was still 2-1. So, I mean, it was close there. But, I mean, DPS diff, not really. I think both sides had pop-off moments. I think the tank play was great from both sides as well. I just think that in the support area, once that IF goes down, you're basically vulnerable to whatever comes your way. And I mean, they had the patience to wait it out, bait it out if they had to, and then go forward with their moments. So Eclipse having some really smart game sense shown on the field today. And they do take our 3-1 victory here in week 7. And I think they propel themselves either to a tie for first place or they're in first place themselves. I think they're tied for first place.
It's I what was a 3-1, so we're looking at Eclipse moving up to a plus 13 in map differential. Yeah. So yeah, that's actually you're right. I misspoke at the beginning of our series here. You're absolutely right. So it is. We're looking at a first place tie right now. I don't have the data in front of me on what the second place, like where their standings are.
Let me pull it up right now. Let's see. Second, I'm in tier 4.
Tier 4 is Group B, if I remember correctly.
So, Event Horizon is in second place.
Yeah, that means
it should be. I think they double reported here because they're showing 8 maps played. So it would be Event Horizon going down to plus 12. So they would be in a tie for third place, and Eclipse goes to first place Soul. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So our leaderboard just completely got jumbled up there at the top end here in Division B of NA Tier 4 Xbox. And they are absolutely in the lead just by let's see if I do the math right. They should be plus 14. Yeah, so by 2 points, they are in the lead right now. There are 3 teams sitting on 6 and 1 at the top of Division B.
Fair. Right on. That's a hell of a match. Eclipse toppling the giant of Tier 4. I mean, I don't even know what else to say past that. Like, that was awesome. We were the victor. Everybody at home, we were the victors on that one. Like, the DPS show put on from both sides today was awesome. Was such a joy to watch, and I can't wait to see both these teams in the postseason. They keep that up, and I have no doubt we will indeed see both these teams come playoffs. Okay, you're asking me a chat. I can't help but you're asking chat if you can buy a fart joke. I'm not above bribery. Like that's I'm a poor content creator. I can be bribed, so I'll give you your fart joke. But it's got other connotations as well. I'm just gonna tell you that love is kind of like a fart. If you have to force it, it's probably crap. There you go. That's your fart joke.
That is such a dadism right there. Holy crap.
That's your fart joke. I felt it doubled up, I mean, it doubled up as a dad joke as well. So there you have it. I will not disappoint. Neither did this match. What a great series, Billy. You actually followed through. That's awesome.
Here's huge. 5 gifted subs.
5 gifted subs. For that touch of wisdom, touch of humor, and touch of gas. There you go. All right. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for hanging out. It's been a blast. We've had an absolute pleasure bringing you this series. It's really good to see you out there. Really appreciate the support. You got anything for the people, Billy, before I take us home?
No, just make sure you guys are staying safe. We're gonna get through this COVID bullshit soon. I am so tired of dealing with wearing a mask all the time. But make sure you wear your mask. Make sure you wear, wash your hands and do all the things you need to do. Those of you guys that are also on online school, I feel for you. My sons were in online school, and just stay with your studies, guys. If you ever need help, my DM. I'm a DM away. I help get my kids through their first semester. So if you need any help, as long as it's not calculus, because I have forgotten calculus, but anything else.
I think I forgot calculus
trig.
like
I can do
a month
I
after
can do
doing it.
trig. I can do trig.
There you
trig
go.
and below. I can help with map.
We're going to change her name to Professor Billy. All right, new nickname.
Woo!
Thank y'all so much for hanging out with us. We'll see y'all next week. We're gonna be bringing y'all a lot more matches as we come into the closing weeks of the multi-tier tournament. But until then, y'all stay safe out there. And as always, look out for each other in game and out. We'll see you next time.
Love you guys. Bye.